Well, we are going to show you some pretty stark video now. It is a Russian helicopter being shot down by Ukrainian forces. The pictures showing a Russian Mi-24 helicopter being struck by a surface-to-air missile come from a Ukrainian government source. It is not clear where exactly in Ukraine the strike took place, but a Russian helicopter being shot down there by Ukrainian forces. Well, the Russian President Vladimir Putin says everything is going to plan in Ukraine and the Russian army will fulfill its aims as part of what he calls its special military operation. Mr. Putin was speaking during a visit to the Aeroflot training centre near Moscow. He rejected suggestions that he'll introduce a state of emergency or martial law in Russia following his decision to invade Ukraine. When asked, Mr. Putin said that Russia had not deployed conscripted troops there, and that's despite reports to the contrary. Well, Aeroflot, Russia's flagship airline, has announced that it will stop all flights abroad with the exception of those to Belarus from March the 8th. Residents of Kherson, the only big city to have fallen to the Russian army so far, have been holding a loud protest in Central Square against the occupiers. Videos on social media show that Russian soldiers are firing into the air to deter the approaching crowd. My colleague Yalda Hakim has been speaking to Yevan, a resident in Kherson in southern Ukraine, which is the first major city to be taken by Russia after heavy fighting since it invaded. We're just using his first name to protect his safety.
I want to say that our mayor of Kherson earlier 2 days ago said that the Kherson is on the edge of humanitarian catastrophe because the city is running out of food and running out of medicine. He asked the occupants to make the green corridor for the humanitarian aid, but they are rejected it, and instead of that, they are getting here his humanitarian aid for the propaganda purpose. They set two large cars, I don't know how to say it, in the center of the city, and they brought a small group of people. They were pretending that they are Kherson citizens who are taking that aid and thank you, and saying thank you the Russian troops, but it was too small group, and the real citizens were gathered around, and they did take nothing. They said that we need nothing from the occupants, and they said to Russian troops, just go away. And today it was the second part of Russian propaganda, because a small group of Russian troops were gathered on the center square of Kherson, and again a small group of the fake citizens with the USSR flag. They were going.
Is there, at the moment, Yevan, is there fighting in Kherson? Are Ukrainian forces trying to take the city back?
Every night we hear about 6 or 10 explosions. It sounds like mortars, because we know how mortars sound from the first day, and we don't know who are bombing and whom. But today, Russian troops were firing in the air, but not on the people who are gathering, about 2,000 people. They are gathered on the center square, and they are screaming at the Russian troops for going away from the Ukrainian troops.
Yes, so tell us a little bit more about the people who gathered there at the square. What did they say, and how did the Russian troops respond?
The people on the center square, as I said earlier, the small group were the fake people with the Russian flags, but their recording for the Russian propaganda failed because 2,000 of real citizens were on the center square. They're surrounded this recording group, and they're screaming at Russian soldiers. They're demanding from them to leave Ukraine, to leave Kherson. They said that they are occupants, they are not liberators, and after some time this group will leave the central square, and a huge march of people were crossing the city, and we call it the March of Freedom, of Independence, and of Ukraine, basically.
Are you currently able to go back to your home, or are you staying in some kind of underground bunker? What is the living conditions like there?
We were in the underground bunker where when the Russians were bombing Kherson. Now they are in Kherson, so they are done bombing themselves, but every night we hear mortars. We don't know why. Now we are at our homes because we are trying not to go outside because Russian troops are stopping cars, checking what is in cars. They are checking even phones. They are listening the gallery, and they are searching evidence for helping Ukrainian army.
That interview there with a resident in Yevhen with Yalda Hakim.